all love a G&T, a glass of wine, or even a cheeky cocktail from time to time. But let's be honest, we don't love the hangovers, and sometimes we just want to enjoy the taste. Well, New Zealand's first alcohol-free liquor store popped up earlier this year, offering just that. And now it's here to stay. Curious AF founder Lisa King joins me. Thank you so much for having us here. Now, I'm assuming that the pop-up went well?
Yeah, it was so popular. We had over 2,000 people come and visit us during the month of July, and so many of them were saying, what are we going to do afterwards? Can you make this permanent? And so here we are.
And so did that exceed your expectations that there was such a market for alcohol-free alcohol?
Yeah, absolutely. I think I was pleasantly surprised just how many people were coming in to look for alternatives and, good tasting alternatives. And so to have a place where people can come and actually try the drinks before they buy attracted people from even out of town. Like we had customers drive from Tauranga and Whangarei to come to the shop.
And as you say, it is all about that taste, right? Because a lot of the time people just want the flavour of a cocktail or a G&T or a wine or a beer. We're going to try some today. You're going to show me some of your products that you've got here, as well as some others that you're stocking from wine and some other really interesting products. So do you want to talk me through a little bit about your range and what we're going to be trying today?
Yeah, absolutely. So AF it's a range of ready-to-drink alcohol-free cocktails, and people do love the taste of them because they taste just as good as the real thing. But what also makes AF really special is that we have an ingredient in here called Afterglow.
I've heard of this.
And so people drink also for the feeling and the sensation of drinking. And so Afterglow gives you that little kick and burn that you would expect from a spirit. And we recently just launched this a few weeks ago, Grapefruit Margarita, as a collab with the Lucky Taco guys. So that's what we're going to try today. And with all our drinks, we really encourage people to dress it up like they would an alcoholic drink. So for margarita, it's really important to have that salt rim, and we're using a chili salt from the Lucky Taco guys. So that's the Grapefruit Margarita.
Very easy to try. Wow. That's awesome. Yeah, that does taste like the real thing.
Yeah, we have served it to people and not told them that it's non-alcoholic, and after a while, they act a little bit like they've been drinking and start getting a bit louder and dancing and telling jokes. So, it really helps people feel like they're not missing out, when they socialise or go out with friends, and that they can still be part of that really social occasion.
And now, as well as featuring your Curated AF range here, you've got some wines and beers, some other products as well that you have sourced from other brands. Tell me a bit about the process and in terms of selecting which ones you wanted to put on offer here.
Yeah, well, we really wanted to show Kiwis what was out there in this alcohol-free world and not just of AF. And so we've tasted probably now 150 products from all around the world and selected like a few of our favourites and ones that we feel like really, kind of hit that mark. It's been difficult, particularly in wines. I don't think that technology is quite there yet, but we have found a good sparkling wine, which was the most popular seller in our pop-up store. So that's the sparkling rosé. And then we've brought in a couple that Kiwis have never seen before. So this is an aperitif called Gia. It's from the States, and so you mix that with sparkling water or maybe some juice to make a cocktail. And this has been really popular over there. And so this is the first time this has been available in New Zealand. And we've also got this nightcap drink called Kin. And this is made with mushrooms and herbs and things to kind of wind you down at the end of the evening. And this brand was launched by model Bella Hadid in the US. And again, this isn't available in New Zealand except here in our bottle shop.
And so what was the process like with selecting? Was it just very much taste-based for you, and what tasted the best or the most similar to the real thing?
Yeah, the team and I, we have a really fun time doing all these tastings, and sometimes it'll be 12 bottles of wine that we're trying out, and you really feel like you're having this, boozy.
And you can go through all the bottles,
You can go through all the bottles and still drive afterwards, but it does feel a little bit naughty.
I've never tried an alcohol-free wine, so this will be interesting. Oh, it sounds like one, doesn't it, when you open it up? Wow. That is actually incredible.
So So you imagine that on a hot summer's day.
I honestly could not tell you the difference.
Yeah. And I think, as we're coming into the festive season, there's so many parties and, social gatherings, and, not everyone wants to drink as heavily into that lead up into Christmas, and probably certainly after.
Yeah, and then just finally talk me through a bit about the actual store itself, because you've got a little bar area here as well, so people can come and actually try like I have today and kind of, convince them that, this is worth buying and getting behind.
Yeah, so we really wanted to have a sizable tasting area for people to come and experience and try any of our AF drinks whenever they come in. We'll also be doing tastings of featured products every week, so like the bubbles and some of the gear, some of the more interesting products they haven't seen.
Awesome, and your final message, I guess, to people who might be a bit skeptical or want to come down and just give it a go?
Yeah, absolutely. Come down, come and try it. I think people will be pleasantly surprised and blown away about just how good these alcohol-free drinks taste.
Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. To stay up to date with all the latest news from the New Zealand Herald, click the subscribe button below or check out one of the videos here, and head over to nzherald.co.nz for more details on these stories and more.